Hey folks, I'm on a different link than the live stream. Let me just let everybody know. Okay, a few people are coming over. That's great. Just see if I get this going. So okay, here we go. See if I get this going. So okay, here we go. See if I get this going. So okay, here we go. All right. Okay, everybody's coming over. Estoy aquí. Oh, multilingual. EJ. Ben, first thumbs up. Thanks, Ben. Jason Wade. There's my buddy. How are you, man? Guitar Girl. Sunday fun day. Yes, it is. It is Sunday. Oh, not so fun day. Monday's tomorrow. But anyway, that's great. Everybody's coming over. I think we're alone now. You're in a Tiffany, are you, Jason Wade? You know, Tiffany's great for dancing. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming over, folks. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday afternoon. It's really actually super hot here in Toronto. So yeah, it's actually a really nice day, but really hot, like really hot. Anyway, let me see who's here. So, Guitar Girl, how are you? Jason Wade, Ben Coombs, how's it going, buddy? EJ, that's great. We got a few people coming over. Okay, that's awesome. Hope everybody's having a good day. Um, yeah, I'm a little wiped out today. I had another Rogers and Bell rules. Yeah, how's it looking? Is it looking all right? Poo Ninja, hey buddy. Sunday fun day. Get ready. Oh God. You're okay. I think I'm back. Uh, Clear here. Okay, so it is looking good. Clear. Okay, even though I just got kicked out. Did you say it was hot? Is it 27 there? Yeah, but with the humidity, it's like in the mid 30s right now. Yeah, so it's a little warm. Morning, gang. Dave R. How are you, sir? That's great. Awesome. Everybody's coming in. Yeah, looks good here. Sounds good as well. Beautiful. Have you been dancing? Jason, you gotta go live, buddy, and you gotta do I don't know, like a dancing video or something, and show us a few of your steps because we're all real curious. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, a little saying earlier, I'm a little bit tired today. We had a gig out of town last night, and got home I don't know, about quarter to 4 in the morning. So yeah, that's how where you are too, eh, Ben? Hey, Arvon, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Yeah, so I'm a little wiped out today. Don't say curious. Okay. Uh, yeah, guys, watch out. I gave a wrench to EJ, so he's a little dangerous with that thing, but I'm trusting him. Anyways, GTV, how are you, man? Yeah, I had a show last night. Got home real late. It was a really This bar is insane, man. It's it's out in like I said, about an hour and a bit from here. But man, that place is crazy. It's a crazy place. They had something like six bouncers in this place. It was wild. But nothing bad happened. Only good stuff. People had a good time, and we had a great time. And it's our second time there in like I don't know, 2 months or something. So hopefully we'll be going back there. Hey, Zach Thong, how are you, man? That's great. Everybody's popping in. Yeah, so I saw that Ben got you got your new guitar yesterday. Has it left your hands since? We'll be, yeah. So you're gonna be playing it again today. cleaning out the basement garage all weekend. Carpet shampoo is next weekend. Wow, you guys are into the, I guess the fall cleaning, eh? Wow. Okay, everybody's saying hello to everybody. That's terrific. That's great, man. Got 13 people in. Got 5 thumbs. That's awesome. Good times. Good times. Yeah. Yeah. This is cool. So, yeah, if anybody played it a bunch and did my setup on it. Oh, okay, Ben, so you're all good to go with it. I'm assuming you're going to use that for your next gig, right? You always got to, man. That new guitar thing, got to use it in the gig. R2, R3, hey, man. How are you? That's awesome. Everybody's popping in. Yeah, yeah. So I tried to go live. Oh, no worries, Dave. I tried to go live from the venue yesterday. Um, because somebody was saying, oh, it'd be cool to kind of like a behind the scenes. I mean, it's just a bar, but anyways, but it's not really much of behind the scenes. But I tried to go a live yesterday from the bar. I got the the password and that, but you look crystal clear today. That's great. Thanks, R2. Yeah, so I was going streaming live from the bar, but their internet was so bad. And, I mean, it's a shared internet. It's for everybody in the bar, so I'm sure there was a lot of people on it. And, so it was kind of, but I got a couple of, I think I lasted like 3 or 4 minutes. Hey, Guitar, how was your gig? Yeah, Dave Byron, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Yeah, the gig was great. It's a real crazy place. It's, really, and packed. Like on the weekends, that place is nuts. I had, like I was saying earlier, something like 6 bouncers. It was just a crazy, but everybody behaved themselves. We had a really good. You still in for? Yes, yes, Ben. Yeah, I'll be around. Yeah, no worries, man. Um, but yeah, it was really good. We had the crowd was up and dancing the whole time. They had a good time, and you know, the odd spilled drink, broken glass, but it was still it was still a good time. We had fun. We had fun. Hoping to go there again. Maybe next year now. Oh, Sonia's in the house. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Got 16 people watching, 8 thumbs up. This is great. This is great. Um, but yeah, so I tried to go live from the venue. You might see a replay of that. I mean, it's just 3 minutes of a little bit of darkness and me yapping, but okay, it's slow in September. Good to hear you had a good. Oh yeah, Dave. Yeah, you're. I guess with the weather there, your gigs are probably a little rough these days, eh? Um. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, I try to go, but you need really good internets to stream live, especially from a venue. I'll just copy. All right, I'm just reading the. You guys are joking around amongst yourselves. I'm missing half the jokes because I'm here yapping and I'm missing the chat. But yeah, cool, cool. Yeah, so and I took my Les Paul Classic yesterday and hadn't done a gig with that in a long time, and it sounded really good. Stream looks good, dude. Thanks. Let's hope it lasts. Let's hope Rogers and Bell are gonna cooperate today, eh, G? Yeah. So yeah, I took my Les Paul Classic yesterday. The one that I tried to do a video on Thursday, the Pixel Les Paul, as people were calling it. Took that one out. Glad you had a great show, bro. Thanks, R2, man. Appreciate it. Uh, don't let me use my phone. uh, we're supposed. Would we see something we shouldn't be seeing? Guitar Girl. Les Paul for the win. Yeah, GTV. We talked about this yesterday, man. Nothing like a Les Paul. If all I had was Les Pauls, I'd be happy. I could. There's never enough Les Pauls for me. Yeah. So yeah, played that. Sounded really really good. Played the Marshall. I was able to get the Marshall up to 2 last night, so that was kind of cool. Oh, you laugh a lot. Shopping for should I get a 2019? R2 R3. Um, the 2019s are kind of like the 2018s. I mean, other than having a lot less colors, I think they're specs wise are pretty much exactly the same. Um, it's all a matter of just finding the right one, you know. Like if you're far too if you're near a store and you can try them out. I mean, I just try a bunch. You know, if you have to order one, you know, you have to order one. But if you have the option, man, I just try a bunch and just find one that you that works with you. That's good, right? I mean, they're all a little different. I mean, I went through six of them before I got mine. They got rid of those robo tuners for the most part. Yeah, the robo tuners. Yeah, the robo tuners haven't been on the guitars for a while now, Ben. They just kept them on the high performance models after that disaster of was it 2014 or 2015. But I got mine in 2016, and by then they only had them on the moderns or the high performance ones. Hello, brother. Hope you are well. Oh, just saying hello. Jason Wade saying hello. Yeah. So yeah, 2019's. Yeah, I mean Gibson smartened up, right? They got rid of all those crazy colors that I mean, there's one model that I saw in person that's kind of indicative of their whole you know disaster thing where it's a red in Canadian money it's like a $5,000 guitar. It's a red guitar. It's got some gold leaf dog on it, and I mean it just I don't know what they were thinking with that. I think it was like celebrating Chinese New Year or some crazy thing like that. Like I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, but they got rid of all that and they just went back to doing what everybody wants a Les Paul. Let's face it, right? So play the Les Paul that everybody wants, that iconic guitar. Yeah, you want to do some pickup splitting, that's fine. You want to do a modern version, you want to fix up the heel joint, that's fine. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the whole Gibson thing. But yeah, I mean, Gibson would have to really. I mean, they're so iconic. I don't think they're ever going to go anywhere. Grover Tuners, what's your take on Clusons? I've got both. The one I played last night has, because it's a classic, it's supposed to look the older style. So I got the Clusons on that. I've got Gibsons. I got Clusons, Grovers. I got locking Grover tuners. I got all three. Um, I'm okay with Clusons. I don't have a problem with them. I haven't had a problem with them. Only, actually, no, I'm lying. One time, I had a Cluson that, I mean, it was just, it was just stripped, eh? Like it just, the tuning key was stripped. So, had that replaced. But I mean, as far as the tuning stability and that sort of thing, I haven't had any problems with the Clusons, right? I mean, if you have the option, of course, you want to go with the Grovers and the locking tuners, especially. But I haven't had any issues with the Clusons. I think they're okay, and they have that look, right? It's that again going back to that whole iconic Les Paul thing. The Clusons have that vibe, right? Yeah, yeah. GTV agrees. Both work fine. Yeah, they're both fine. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, and I mean, yes, the bar last night. I mean, it was pretty warm in that bar. I mean, with all the people in there and stuff, and I didn't really have any tuning issues. I'm about to pull the trigger on a Strat with a fake Floyd. Are you gonna do the humbucker in the bridge, EJ? Just curious. I have locking, but I'm not really a big fan. You don't like the locking tuners, eh, Dave? Guitar. Oh, I missed that. Are all Are those all your guitar and the pick on the other side? No, Jason Wade. I wish I had all those guitars. No, I just pulled that picture off the web. I want to try Kluson locking tuners. Never tried. I didn't know they even existed. Kluson locking tuners. Okay, didn't know. Never seen them. Not dropping in my Hot Reels. Okay, that the pre-made board you had. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I have grower tuners. They feel top notch. I just never tried Kluson. Oh. Yeah, yeah, Grover tuners are good too. Lionheart series, if you're not a Vox and a Fender. Lionheart series. Okay, you're talking about amps. Lionheart. Oh man, who makes Lionheart? Is that? I'm thinking Laney. Can you let me know? Lionheart series. That sounds familiar. Oh, it is Laney. Okay. All right. Yeah, Laney. Laney. I don't see Laney around here. Don't hate. Procreate. Yeah, I don't see Laney amps around here at all, Dave. I don't think I've ever played a Laney amp. It's just an amp that doesn't get carried. I mean, here, we've got, the evil Empire store, as Ben likes to refer to it. Um, but even in the other stores, I've not come across Laney. Yeah, I'd never tried one. I mean, the amps du jour here, you can find, Fenders and Marshalls and that sort of thing. And is that made in Japan, EJ? Sounds good, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'd like to try Laney if it was around, sure. Laney's a British company, from what I understand. I don't know the history of Laney. I don't know where if they were another company earlier. And Zach Wild using a Laney off to the side. Yeah, Ace Frehley used to use Laney amps when he started touring solo back in the day. There's a local Laney dealer here in town with the usual SS practice. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, the Lon McQuaid, Cosmo, um, the Arts. I've not seen a Laney in the GTA. Never seen one. But I mean, I've seen them on stage with bands. Like again, the most notably is Ace Frehley. And I did Tony Iommi use Laney too at one time. Uh, do not 5 watt. Yeah, five. That's got to be tube, eh, Davar? Yeah, 5 watt tube can be very loud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still. Oh, Tony Iommi still does use Laney, eh? Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's an what do you call it? Instead of using Marshall, use Laney, right? It's another option. Me and EJ's guitars are going to do YouTube collaboration. He's going to play guitar live and give me all the credit. Has he got credit to spare, man? I could use some too. That's funny, man. I'm interested in that Marshall Rich got SL or the set or both. Rich Marshall, the Satriani Marshall. Yeah, yeah. I've not seen a Satriani Marshall, but I mean, I'm sure it's got plenty of gain. Anything Marshall's good, and I'm getting her too. The only Marshall I played that I was really really disappointed with was, and I did a video on it a long time ago, and that's actually the video that I got the most views. I think like 12,000 or something crazy. Where I A/B'd a Marshall Hayes. I don't know if you remember the Marshall Hayes amps. It was a combo amp. Anyways, it was a Hayes 40. Excuse me, it was a 40 watt Marshall Hayes combo, and I A/B'd that with my DSL, 40 watt DSL, and I mean it was the Hayes. I'm sorry, man. Just my opinion, but it was absolute garbage. It tasted. It sounded horrible. I mean, the DSL absolutely blew it away. It was like full round sounding. You had the full spectrum. The Hayes was just like, it was like, It was an irritating sounding amp. Yeah. And pedal platform wise, it didn't really sound. It just didn't sound good. You know. You sold it. Okay, Jimmy T. All right. So I'm not alone. Yeah. And it's funny because when I did the video, I mean, I don't work for Marshall. I don't have any, I mean, I just put these videos on, I play, and I give you my impression. And I was saying just what I was saying now. I just didn't like the amp. And then people were getting on there and beating up on me. Oh, Hayes is great, this and that. Well, if you like your Hayes, that's terrific. You know? If you like your Hayes, that's terrific, man. Like, this is my experience. Got to tell all the bedroom players, legit tube sound of what? Get a Roland Blues Cube, lightweight, maintenance free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm back. I got kicked out and I'm back. Yeah. Did you remember the Hayes 40 saw that video? That's why. Okay, Rogers and Bell is starting its tricks again. Tested against the DSL 50. It didn't even sound good using a Marshall valve preamp with it, which fixed more. Okay, you're still talking about the Hayes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what went on with the Hayes. I mean, I got it used, and I just really love the look of it. I mean, it looked really cool. Had that whole vintage, the old what's that? The Blues Breaker kind of old vintage Marshall vibe. It looked really cool, and I thought, man, yeah, but man, it sounded like crap. I ended up selling that, and I got a Hot Rod Deluxe, right? I got a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. I used a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, and I'm going for pizza and beer near here, and near beer right now. All right, yeah, have some lunch. Yeah, you've been up all friggin' day, man. EJ, 6 in the morning, you were doing that thing. I haven't seen it yet. I just got up myself, man. When I get home at 4, I ain't getting up early. I'll tell you that. But anyways, be safe. Yeah, be safe, EJ. Take care, buddy. Um, but yeah, I swapped that out for a Hot Rod Deluxe because everyone said Hot Rod Deluxe, is the best pedal platform going. Hey, old man Dan, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, so I bought a Hot Rod Deluxe and I used that. I think I might have taken that out, maybe 2 shows tops, and I was using it again as a pedal platform. And that this is complete blasphemy. And if there's anybody that loves Hot Rod Deluxes, by all means, more power to you. But as a pedal platform, the Marshall DSL 40 absolutely blows it away. I mean, that amp is just, it's my favorite combo right now. What's up, guys? Hey, Paul Lou, how are you, man? I could use a nap. You've been playing that new guitar all night, have you been? This is awesome. I got 15 people watching. We got 9 thumbs up. This is great. Doing well, Guitar Hack. It's good to hear, old man Dan. That are happening currently. Forgot to say hi. Day by Jason. Those micro cube sounds great. Joe Wentz uses one in his live chats. Yeah. Be right back. Have a good time kissing the sky there, Jason Wade. Yeah, those cubes are great. The rolling cubes are great. Um, for practicing at home. I don't know if they got enough juice to gig with, but practicing at home, they're great. Well, they're different sizes. I'm sure you can get one big enough. Yeah. I got to hear the Boss Katana firsthand last night. Ken, that was on the chat with me a couple weeks back, he used his Boss Katana, the 100-watt head, yesterday. And damn thing sounds good. It actually sounded pretty good, you know? And he kept up. Volume wise, he kept up. I mean, a 100-watt head too, right? Like I said, I think I got my Marshall up to about 2. How was the Katana? Yeah, his Katana, Ken, the other guitar player, Ken, his Katana sounded pretty good. I was impressed with it. And with 100 watts, plenty loud to gig with, right? Because our drummer hits pretty damn hard. But it was good. It sounded pretty good. He had made up a nice little pedal board for himself with all the Katana switching. He still uses a little, so a couple of onboard effects, but 90% of what he was doing was the Katana. Yeah, and man, it's. I was teasing him looking at the head because when you say 100-watt head, you're thinking like, some big 20, 30 pound thing, right? The Katana head looked like a toy. It looked like a little toy, and I was just teasing him. Oh, it's so cute. Look at the little head. But man, it had power. It sounded pretty damn good. It was a great, great sounding head. So yeah, you know, the modeling thing. If you don't wanna carry a lot of stuff, and yeah, there you go. There's a solution, and good enough to gig, right? The DSL, but I have no need for an amp with that much power. My Blues Junior and Black Star. Oh yeah, Black Stars are cool. Yeah, those are good amps. Yeah, I mean, there's 100. There's a million options out there in terms of amps and whatever. I mean, even the 50-watt head I carry is even way overkill for what I need. I could have probably got away with the 20. 20 watts would probably have been fine. I mean, 2 powers, super loud. I just saw a spike at 21 on the view of the chat. That had to be there's no way I hit 21 people. Boss makes a street Q 50 watt. 11 hours sounds great. Yeah, Boss is really, man, they're really coming up, in the last few years with the stuff that they're doing. Like the modeling stuff. I mean, they just decided we're going to do modeling and kind of blew everybody away, with the Katana. They're They're really coming up, you know. I mean, they're multi effects too. I mean, I talked about the multi effects that I used for a few years, the E70. But the new unit they have out now, the new, well, they always had the GT1, but the newest GT1, I saw a demo of that, and it is really, really impressive. I mean, that thing, you can, man, I mean, I haven't obviously tried, well, the Axe and the Kempers and all these high end things. I haven't tried, but man, that GT1, I'm sure, is a contender for that market. I mean, it sounds really good. Boss and Roland are the same company. Yes, they are, Guitar Girl. You are right. I just can't. Yeah, the modeling thing, Ben. Yeah, I know you're old school, man. Yeah, you're like me. Yeah, but if you've got the time, let me just get rid of this. If you've got the time and the patience and sit there and go through Mark Dillon. Hey, Mark, how are you? If you got the time and the patience to sit there and go through those, thanks, Dave Bar. Yeah, the Marshall DSLs, they kick ass. Anything DSL kicks ass. The 100 watt heads, everything sounds good. I love those amps. Yeah, anyways, I'm jumping all over the place. If you've got the patience to sit there and figure out how the modeling works and then figure out your patches, I mean, the quality is there, right? But, I mean, last night, playing my Les Paul through my Marshall head and listening to the throb of those tubes and the grunt, I don't care. I don't know. I don't think you can get that out of a patch. You know what I mean? That throb. I mean, if you've ever played through a cranked, you know what I'm talking about. You can hear the throb, the growl of those tubes when they're working. There's nothing like that. Yeah, high-end modeling is really expensive. Paul Louis used my Fractal live for the first time this morning. The sound through the house speakers was insane. Damn near cried. Left more compliments on guitar sound from non-players than I've ever had. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not slamming the modeling thing at all. I mean, it'd be stupid for me to because I don't really have any experience with the modeling. I've never played a high-end unit like a Fractal or a Cam. Like I haven't done it, so I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and slam it. I mean, who the hell am I gonna to slam anything? You know, but the only modeling experience I have is, I mean, if it's not even really modeling experience, is using the like a multi effects unit, and it was an older unit. I mean, like I said, the newer Boss, the GT1 stuff that I heard, I mean, just sounded phenomenal. So, it gets better every year, right? And like I said, the Katana, which sounded really good last night. Oh man, Jason's on fire. Underwear model. Yeah, I'll be under something, all right. Holy shit. You crack me up, buddy. Love Tube Tone 2. Nothing beats it. I use what I use because of how gigs are now. I can get a lot of that cheap, yeah, Digitech. Yeah, you know what? Then the other thing, too, the other part of this is great, but most of the stuff just, yeah. Yeah, it's pricey stuff. The other thing too that we got to remember, and as being all of us being guitar players, the audience doesn't give a crap. They just don't care. You know what I mean? They don't care what you're using. They don't care if you've got tubes, if you've got, solid state. You know, I mean, I was playing my butt off last night, and I was really going for the jugular on leads and this and that, and all the guys in the band are looking over. It's like, man, that was sounded great. Look at the audience; they couldn't give a rat's patootie what I was doing. If the only thing they would notice is if the drummer dropped their sticks and stopped playing. They're not going to notice the bass player that he just did a fantastic run. They're not going to notice that Ken did a great vocal. They couldn't care less, they only care about another drink. Yeah, that's exactly it, Dave Byron. So they're not going to sit there and go, man, I really miss that tube sound. That sound is so digital. Like, they don't care. They don't know, you know. the only people that care about your sound is you. And I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but if my tone is good, then I will be inspired to play and I will play better. If my tone is crap and everything I play sounds like crap, I'm going to continue to play like crap. It's a what's the word? Self fulfilling prophecy is what it is, right? At least this is just my experience. If I sound like crap, my tone is crap, I will play like crap. If I have a good tone, then I will play better. It's a self fulfilling prophecy. I don't know if you share that same that same thought process. Let me know. And let me just catch up on some of this chat. The audience doesn't care, but I do. If my tone, yeah, okay. Ben agrees. Yeah, that's all it is. I've heard that the news actually old Sweetwater has with Pro Tools, Dave Byron for sure gigs, but recording it tubes all the way. But at least it's good we have great people who do care and help each other out. Oh, for sure, for sure. Um, I had I played. This was a crazy weekend because I did 2 gigs in 2 days. I did a Friday show and I did a show last night. And the Friday show had a lot of friends show up, and a lot of them were musician friends. I had two people from a former band I was in, and then I had another drummer that I'm in one of my other projects I'm playing with right now. And yeah, like they'll tell you like, yeah, it sounds good or it doesn't sound good, or like the tone or I don't like the tone, you know, yeah, yeah. So when you get musicians in the audience, that's always cool. And the scary part, and I don't know if this has happened to you. If it has, let me know. Where you've had, well, we're all guitar players, so we can speak strictly about guitar players. Where you've had a guitar player that's come to see you play in a bar and has sat like, directly in front of you. Have you ever had that happen? You know, walk out back, walk out back to play and have a smoke with his wireless. Nobody knows. That's hilarious, Poo Ninja. Yeah, yeah. So just yeah, a question out there: have any of you had guitar players come to see you gig and sat like right in front of you? Just kind of looked at you, and have you ever had that happen? I'm just curious because it's happened to me a couple of times. And at first I didn't know that they were guitar players, and I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he staring at me? Why is he staring at my guitar? Do you guys find it hard to watch live music? I get so amped and jealous. When I watch live music and I see people playing, really that just makes me want to play, and makes me want to get together with some people and play some music. Outside all the time. Yeah, many times. Okay, so Ben's been in that position. Yeah, they would have to break into my house and sing it tomorrow. Okay, I missed that. When I go watch live, I always sit up front and watch the guitar player so I can learn something while I listen. Yeah, yeah, Jason. Well, you're watching professionals. I mean, yeah, of course, we're all gonna look at the guitar players, but it's just strange when it happens to you, in a bar, you know. And at first especially because I mean, when you take a break they'll say, oh, I play guitar, and then you get it right, but at first you're kind of like, it's kind of intimidating a little bit, but you try to block it out, right, and just do your thing, especially multi band gigs, always playing for the other. Yeah, yeah, Ben, that's right. Yeah, yeah, we did. My wife does a charity. We didn't do it this year, but it's called Rock Off Cancer. Yeah, I want to jump there. And we did 3 bands last year, and the last band, like we basically opened for the last band because they're the professional band. They actually, their song at the time was played at all the Leaf games. I don't ask me what the band's name is; it slips my mind right now. But they were a big deal, up and coming band. And yeah, we're playing, and we're doing covers, and I'm like, man, and they're kids, right? They're like, they're in their 20s, and they're all, full of pea and vinegar, and I'm sitting there, man. These guys are probably thinking, who are these old people playing here? But they were cool. The kid comes up, says, "Hey, man, I really like your tone." The kids were cool. They were good kids. I had to stare at me through the whole set, and then later ask me where I hide the pick when I would tap. Yeah, where did you hide the pick, R2? Do lessons count? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what guitar lessons are, right? You watch your teacher watch his hands. Yeah. But no, live music, like when I love Rush, and I love watching the Rush Blu-rays, and watching Alex Lifeson play. It's like, man, I want to pick it up and I want to play, and then of course what comes out is nothing like Alex Lifeson, right? But what can you do? You just try, just have fun, do your best, you know, and hopefully get away with what you're doing. That's basically it. This is cool. We've been going for a little over half an hour. Got 14 people watching, 15 thumbs up. This is a lot of fun. Really enjoy this, folks. Really enjoy having people come in into the chat, pull up a chair, talk a little bit on this beautiful Sunday. Hopefully, everybody's having a good Sunday. And I think I asked earlier, but I know Dave Byron is being affected with the storms, but hopefully, everybody out there in the U.S. is okay, and it's you know, and you're all safe. Love live chats. Yeah, I have you to blame, Ben. You got me addicted to this stuff, man. I love the acoustic set of your show. Yeah, Dave, that thing, that clip that you put on the other day, was that? It looked like you were playing like maybe in a restaurant or something when you were playing that the acoustic. Anyway, it sounded really, really good. Your Flamingo Technique is solid, brother. Yeah, yeah. Guitar Girl accepted ZZ Top. Ben got us all addicted. uh, okay, I'm not alone in this. Yeah, yeah. Kudos to Ben for the new guitar. Yeah, like to hear what it plays like, Ben. You gotta put on a little demo vid for everyone to hear it. I blame Johnny. Yeah, Johnny Bean. Yeah, he's another one. Yeah, lots of people to blame for this. Zach Thong. Yeah, everybody's saying hello. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, anybody have any other questions they want to discuss? Anything they want to talk about? Any questions for me? Not that I have that many answers. Thanks, guys. Yes, at a restaurant, and there was a Facebook and TV ad for it. Oh, cool, cool, Dave. So, I'm assuming, Dave, you do like the restaurant thing during the week, and then the RUI stuff on the weekend. Is that kind of your routine? Yeah. Okay, R2, R3 said it, but I was thinking it. Did Ben sleep with his new guitar last night? Oh, that's funny. No comment. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you don't want to give that up, eh? Oh, that's hilarious, man. Yeah, yeah. I better stop talking about new guitars, man. I'm gonna start getting the itch again. It was consensual. Anything unique to your preference? Guitar Girl is asking about how we set up our action. Anything unique to your preference? Are the Leafs gonna have a good season? Okay, I'll talk about the Leafs in a sec. Um, I speaking for me, and I've got a guy who's been setting up my guitars for a while, and my instructions are always the same, and they're very straightforward. Put nines on it, action as low as possible, without it buzzing, and that's it. That's basically it for me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I end up going below the factory spec also, Ben. Yeah. The Leafs this season. Old man Dan was asking about the Leafs. Okay, being a Canadian, we have to talk about hockey for a minute or two. Um, my feeling, and I'm not alone in this. Talking to my friends and that. Uh, Leafs winning the cup this year is not going to happen. Okay, we're not delusional. They've got all kinds of firepower. What they still lack is defense. So that's the missing piece. I mean, it's great that we picked up Tavares. Everybody's happy about that. Austin Matthews, Tavares. The lines are it's going to be great. Offensively, it's going to be great. Anderson, our goalie, stood on his head for pretty much most of the games last season. He took more shots than any goalie in the in the NHL last season, and I don't think Anderson can sustain that. I mean, we need big bodies, we need defensemen, we need people who can hit, and they got rid of Polak, which was probably the only guy who was punishing anybody on the blue line last year. So long story short, I think the Leafs will make the playoffs. I don't know how far they'll get. Maybe the first round, maybe, but they don't have the defense that'll take them all the way. So that's my opinion on the Leafs. Time will tell. See if I'm right. Yeah, does all your graffiti to be in French as well, or is it just in Quebec? In Ontario, the graffiti is pretty much in English. Works for you. Don't work hard if you don't need to. Remember, you're also your own. Yeah, Dave Byron. Yeah, don't work hard. Guitar is hard enough to play. And I get teased sometimes for using nines, and you know what, nines work for me. I got weak fingers, and I'm all palm and no fingers, as I've mentioned before. So I need something that I can dig in and bend and not have to get tired. You know, we we played something like 45 to 50 tunes last night. If I had tens on that guitar, I would have been worn out after the first set. So you got to play a lot, play nines, don't work hard, get through the night, focus on your abilities and not fighting the guitar with no buzz. That's me. You know what? Even if there's a little buzz, I don't mind. A little buzz, I don't mind. I'm playing through an amp anyway. It's an electric guitar, so just slightly higher than my guitar so I can grab the strings and bend those. Yeah, yeah. It's a personal preference thing. You know, some people like the like R2 was saying, a little higher so they can kind of push underneath. Um, but yeah, for me it's nines. 9 to 42, not 9 to 46, right? Even the low E string, and I don't do crazy drop tunings. The biggest drop I do, we play an E flat, and there's one song we do, a song called "The Middle," which you may know. Um, I'm trying to think of, I can't think of the band. Anyway, the song's called "The Middle," and we already play in E flat, and for that one song, I dropped the low E down, so it's a step, so it's actually D flat. But that's one song, and I'm playing nines, and it'll be a 42. So, it sounds a little flubby, but it's one song, right? And then I tune that D flat back to E flat for the rest of the song. So I'm going to the 28. I'm going to the 28 Toronto Leafs game. You're going? Sorry, 28 Toronto. You mean, is that the date that you're going, Zach Thong? Man, if you got Leaf tickets, that's awesome. I haven't been to a Leaf game uh, at least 2 years. I was always lucky to get Leaf tickets, free tickets. But oh no, I'm lying. I went last year. Yeah, last year I went to. My wife had a thing, so I was actually last year. Yeah, that's right. Last year I was up in the what are they the booths up top. I forget what I'm blanking out on the name, but what, up top where you're high and they give you food and all that kind of stuff. It was a work thing that my wife was lucky enough to go to, and of course I was all over that like a fat kid on a Smartie. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, take me, please. Yeah, it was cool. That was very cool. That was very cool. Yeah, but yeah, 10 half step down action up just high to get rid of the buzz. Nickel or steel strings. Nickel or steel. Um, Whatever Ernie Ball makes, which I believe are nickel wound. Yeah, yeah. Luxury suite. Is that what they call it, Ben? The box. They call it the box. Whatever. Yeah, they call it the box. If you've never experienced the box, I mean, I would never pay for that because I'd have to take a mortgage out on the house. But to go into the box for free is very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, string brands. That's what's everybody using. I generally use Ernie Ball, Dean Markley, which now are like nowhere to be found. The Dean Markley used to make a string called Blue Steels, which are, I love them, but don't find those anymore. So Ernie Ball. The strings that I really recommend, if I got, a little scratch and I want to put some good strings on a guitar, I go to Dario NYXLs. They're amazing strings, and I think I've had this debate with Ben actually. We have a disagreement, but that's okay. That's what life's about. But the NYXL Darios, man, they sound good and they last a long time, and they're great sounding strings. That's the only string I've put on a guitar that I've been able to hear a noticeable difference. And the guitar I put them on, I have it right here. It's my. You seen this the other day? It's my 339, right? I mean, they're a little more expensive. The Dario NYXLs, they're a little more expensive. Like it's basically double the price. But you know what? They're good strings, man. They're good strings. Yeah. I've never bought like the no name stuff, so I don't know how if I could get away with those. NYXLs are harder on frets though. I don't know. They may be. I'm not. I haven't experienced any excessive fret wear. But you know what the thing is too? My frets never wear out on any of my guitars because I never play the same guitar. Like my guitars rotate. I mean, and there's a reason for that. Like I like to give them all a shot. And the only guitars that sit are my Fenders, but my Gibsons are always in rotation. That's that thing where it comes on people that. Yeah, yeah, sorry. Those are my notifications. I am on my cell phone, and I've got my computer on over here, so I can pick up any chats that I'm missing. So yeah, that's why. So nothing steal. If you're a light player, you'll be fine. Yeah, I guess I am a light player. Yeah, and for picks, the only pick, and I don't have one, of course. Oh, here we go. And I've talked about this many times, but you can see that. Okay, it's not Avid, it's Dava. This is reversed. Dude, the vibrator on the phone is killer. Yeah, I had it specially. Had it specially. I won't go there. Anyways, so yeah, Dava picks. So no worries, Jason. I get you, buddy. These things are fantastic, and here's why I like these Dava picks. Okay, a couple reasons. If you notice this part here, it's black. There's a grip there. Okay, so when you grab the pick, your fingers are on this rubber grip, literally. Okay, so if you have problems with the your picture's frozen with you giving a thumbs up. Okay, am I frozen now? Because it's right now on my end. It's looking good. Can anyone let me know if I'm frozen or if you can see me? Video is fine here. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe Dave, maybe it's on your end, buddy. Not frozen here. Okay. So let me finish my advertisement for Dava Picks. I am not endorsed by Dava, although I would love to be. Anyway, so you've got the rubber on the end to grab, which is really cool, so you don't drop these. Okay, so that's really good. And there's a little bit of a flex on there too. Okay, so it's almost like the this part is kind of the holder, and then here's the pick. So there is a little bit of a flex there. Yes, it must be my phone. Audio is good. Okay, Dave. So there's a little bit of flex there, right? So, if you want to, so you got sort of the best, for me, the best of both worlds. You've got the grip that you won't, you're not going to drop it. It's not going to slip. It'll stay in your fingers. And then you got a little bit of the movement there on the end. And this one is kind of dull. As you can see, it's been used a lot. But the points are pretty sharp. I've used the Dava picks, currently using gravity. I haven't tried the gravity. The only downside I'm gonna I'll mention, and I think I mentioned this before with the Dava pick, is we do Moni Moni. You're in a bar band, you got to play Moni Moni, right? Anyways, I do like pick slides and pick harmonics, and I bend behind the nut and all this kind of baloney. But when I do the pick slide with this, the rubber that's on the side here, it's not going to dig into the strings to do the pick slide. So when you're doing a pick slide, you kind of have to aim for this little bit here, which in the mid song is kind of tricky. So not the best pick sliding guitar. But if you don't do pick sliding and you just want to play, I really recommend these. Now, these are really expensive. Okay, these are like a little over. I think a pack is like $7 or $8 for. I think you get 6 or 7 of them. So, Billy Idol version or someone else? No, the Billy Idol one. And if you've ever heard that song played in a bar, you know what the crowd sings along with it too, right? It's all part of everybody getting in and singing, and not singing rated G, singing the other thing. So, yeah, that goes over. It always goes over. And we do a little medley. Actually, we do that. We do that, and we do a Ramones tune and something else. I don't know, blank it out. Anyways, there's a lot of the flex I think I've been using. Oh man, 2 millimeters. Wow. If you hit that guitar hard, you'll take the strings right off it with 2 mils. That's really thick. Gonna run, gang, and set up for my live stream. Some test. Okay, Ben. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we'll see you in I don't know, an hour, 2, something like that. Just let me know. Cheers. Um, yeah, I used to a long time ago. I used to use the really really thick picks too, and I want a little bit of flex now because like on the what's your biggest crowd please? What's your biggest crowd pleaser on your set list? Okay, you ready for this? I'll tell you what went over the best last night, and this breaks my heart. But have you ever heard a song called Chicken Fried by Chicken Fried? Oh God, who sings it? I don't know. I'm not a country guy. Country for me is alien. But anyway, that song killed last night. And the other Sweet Caroline, right? Those are the two songs that kill. Not the rock stuff where, I'm playing my butt off and I'm loving every minute of it. It's that kind of stuff. I played at weddings. Okay, Poo Ninja, you know what? If it's country, no. Yeah, Guitar Girl. You know what? I don't know what it is. We played for a bunch of 20-year-olds yesterday. They were 20-year-olds. And they absolutely love country. Okay, I just froze and now I'm back. Yeah, they're 20-year-olds and they absolutely love country. I don't get it. I don't understand it. They love music. So, you know, when we play, and then not the there is some good country, the older stuff, but this is like the new country stuff. I mean, we played Wagon Wheel, we played Chicken Fried, like it's painful, but they love it. They get up and they flip out. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. 20-year-olds dancing to that stuff. In my neck from backwoods is country block answer. Okay, I don't, can't quite get that. Country 4 times behind the beat. Here, far right. It's country block can survive. Rather lot my, yeah. Guitar Girl. I was so adamant about not playing that music that I didn't like. I can't play enough Margaritaville. Yeah, so you know what? Dave R, anybody out there, Dave Byron, anyone out there that gigs, you got to give up part of your soul if you want to gig and you want to be in a cover band and you want to entertain people. People are there to dance, to have fun, to listen to the music that they like. They don't care what you like. You can walk in there and you're like, man, I'm into Slayer. you can't sit there in front of a group of people and play Slayer and expect them to get up and dance. Like, that's not happening. And if people are not up and dancing and enjoying themselves and buying drinks, you're not playing that bar again. So you really have to give up a lot of your soul, okay? Um, and it's a lesson that I've been fighting tooth and nail, but yeah, I admit it. I'm a, you know what? That's why writing was not a career choice. Yeah, if you're a rocker country, yeah. If you're a rocker country, like, you gotta know how to play behind the beat. A good drummer can. Yeah, they don't even know that you're on stage. Yeah, just reading these comments. I have so much music in my hard drive that I can't stand. Christopher, wedding DJ. Oh, wedding DJ. Yeah. So you know what you got to play. If you really want to do what you want, you have to rent out a place and sell. That's right, Dave Byron. You got to put on your own shows, right? But I mean, the gig I played last night. I mean, and Dave Byron can attest to this. It was through an agent. The agent booked us in there. First time we played there 2 months ago. They loved the band. 2 months later, agent contacts us again. They want you back. Had we gone there the first time, and we played music I like, which would have been, I'd be up there doing Aerosmith and Kiss and Led Zeppelin and Soundgarden and whatever, stuff that I absolutely love playing. I can guarantee you that I wouldn't be coming back 2 months later. So that's the thing, right? Or if we went up there and played a bunch of originals that nobody knew, nobody got up to, we wouldn't be coming back. Professional, you can play ahead of or behind the beat. Hadley. Oh, I didn't say hello to Hadley. Hadley Scott McIntyre, how are you, man? Apologize. I'm just yapping here, and I'm reading the chats, but not the people making them. So, welcome, brother. Um, yeah, our drummer's, he's pretty solid drummer. He's been playing probably longer than he's been alive. So, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. It's not about you. It's about the consumer. Joe Dirt. Yeah, truth. Yeah, it's what it is. I make guitar picks out of old credit cards. And yeah, Zach Thong, I've heard that before. Yeah. Hey, man, you're busy. Yeah. So, that's what it is, right? Like, we're actually, the cover band I'm in, we're in a position now where we can, you know, we can play pretty much most weekends out of the year if we choose to. But it took a long time, right, to get a reputation, and where agents actually were contacting us for gigs. So that took like 4 years. So but part of the deal is we got to play a lot of stuff that may not like. My cousin and I did a backyard gig, and he insisted I learn Rihanna. No one. I dragged my feet, but we did our own thing with it, and it went over well. Yeah, that's always an option too. Am I doing this for the consumer or the music style lover? Yeah, yeah. That's the question, eh, Hadley? Yeah, that we do that too. Guitar Girl is like, if there's a song that people want to hear, maybe we'll do a different arrangement of it. But some songs you got to play true, right? My compromise with the band too is there's a song that I absolutely hate playing. There's a few. But my compromise was, look, I said, if you guys are going to force me to play this, I'm going to play an extended guitar solo. And I do. And it's probably my favorite solo I do of the night, because I go completely out there. I go completely wacky. I play outside the box, I come back in, I go outside, I come back in, and then I end it, but I make it up I make it up on the spot, and I just have fun with it. And so that makes it bearable, to play that one particular song. But that one particular song, again, is one where everybody gets up and dances because they love that song. So again, you gotta compromise. Oh, that's a good dance song. They're great. Yeah, the credit card pick thing. I've never done that. For you guys at gig, how are you guys finding the attitude of the audience overall? Classic rock goes real well if they can dance to it. Okay. So if they can get up to it, I mean, again, last night I played a bunch of 20-year-olds. We were doing 80s stuff. Jenny, Jesse's Girl, all that kind of stuff. They loved it because they know the songs. They even love the Beatles. You know, what we got to try. You know, I mean, I'm an old, you know, I'm over 50, 51 years old. I got to try to understand is if you do a Beatles song and you do like Jesse's Girl to a 20-year-old, those two songs came out at the same time. They have no concept. You know that Beatles is the 60s, Jesse's Girl is the 80s. They have no concept. For them, that's old music. That's what their parents listened to, if you know what I mean. You know, so yeah. So the classic rock thing goes over really, really well. As long as you're playing stuff that people want to get up to or get up for, you know. Like you do, like, you know, we do Cheap Trick, I Want You to Want Me. That always goes over really well, you know. So, Guitar TV's asking what song. I'm not sure what you're referring to. GTV, if you want to repeat that question, that'd be cool. Some still love classic rock, some are burnt out. My advice, try not to do everybody else's set list. Yeah, actually, we got a really good compliment on Friday night. This gentleman came up and he's like, "Man, you guys are all over the place. How the hell did you pick those?" Like, he really liked the songs that we did because we do some really, like, we do a song called, and I posted a video of it, Turning Japanese. This is a song by a band called The Vapors that was a one hit wonder that came out in 1979. You know what I mean? So you throw in something like that, you know, you throw in the tried and true stuff, but then you throw in these sort of, we do The Who, Squeeze Box. Nobody does that, you know. I'm giving away my secrets now, but but these are all songs that people know, and they're danceable, and they get up for it, right? But you know, it's not the tried and true thing that everybody else plays. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, man. Here's the bands. Yeah, set lists are interchangeable. It's true. Yeah, yeah, it's true, you know, and everybody steals from each other, right? It's like, you know, friends will come and see us in a band, and they'll hear a song that we do, and they're like, "Hey, that's, you know, we'll do that song," and then you know, we'll go see them, and then we'll hear them do a song, and, oh, that went over really well. Maybe we should do that one. You know, it's just, it happens, right? You know, it happens, and we all play the same circuit too, right? So it all kind of all happens. Yeah, play cover tunes. If I don't feel it, I don't play it. That's why I don't do it. I want to play the songs of Lake. Yeah, yeah, you know, or two. Like I said, you got to sell a piece of your soul, brother. You know, if your soul ain't for sale, I don't blame you, man. More power to you. You know, it's dangerous to cover like when doves cry. Yeah. Have I had issues? Yeah, Dave, you mentioned that about the covers and copyright issues and so on. I've never had that happen. And maybe the laws in Canada are more lenient or they're not enforced. I don't know what the, you know, what the legalities of it are, but I mean, I've never had an issue playing cover stuff. And we, you know, and we do it a lot, like every weekend. I got another. I'm playing again next weekend. You know, never had that come up. So that must be a more of a U.S. thing. But so far it hasn't affected, and I've not heard of it in any of the. I mean, we know a lot of other bands that, you know, friends of ours that are and playing the same circuits and things that we're doing, same agents and so on, and nobody I know of has had that issue. So that must be a strictly U.S. thing. What else? Oh, what's the? Oh, you want to know what the? Okay, I got you, GTV. What's the song that I hate with the extended solo? Okay, it's the song that I swore I would never ever play. Mustang Sally. Yeah, that was the line I drew in the sand. I said I'm never playing that song. And I guess what? I'm doing it, but I'm playing the most weird, bizarre solo. I'm just whatever. I'm just knocking it out of the park. Yeah, the beat's still there. They're still dancing. They couldn't care less what I'm doing anyway. So yeah, yeah, laughing my ass off. Yeah, that's the joke, eh? I ain't ever playing that song. Yeah. Hey man, you know what? I think chicken fried's even worse than that. To be honest with you. So there you go. All right, this is great, man. I got 14 people watching, got 16 thumbs up. All right, we're having a great chat here, man. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Dave R, Old Man Dan, Jimmy T, Pooh Ninja, GTV, Hadley Scott McIntyre, Northwest Louisiana. Wow. Hadley Scott, Northwest Louisiana. GT, did you film the gig? Dave R. Yeah, I talked about that. I'll mention it again. The venue pays for the right to have music played. Any song that you love to do but is not suited for your vocalist? Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, first let me Dave R. Yeah, so what I did, Dave R. If you go on my channel, you'll see like a video, real short, and it's kind of dark, ready to gig or something. I tried to go live last night from the gig. Okay, and what happened was I asked them for their Wi-Fi password, but I was on their guest, the restaurant bar guest thing, and it was really, really bad. Their internet was horrible. So I managed to finally get on, and I got live, and I kept getting kicked out. And I wanted it basically because somebody was asking, oh, can you film live, and can you, or like a behind the scenes setting up and that kind of thing. I mean, somebody wanted to see that. I mean, it's just a bar gig, but so I'm like, yeah, cool, no problem. So I tried to do it, and I kept getting kicked out. I kept getting kicked out, and then I thought, even if I wanted to like record the show, I mean, my phone wouldn't be in my hands to keep restarting it and keep logging back in. So I did manage to get a little bit of footage, when we brought in the gear and stuff, and I showed the guys in the band, but it kind of ended there. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to play the show. Everything about doing Paul Gilbert. Want to be with you, ain't talking about love mashup. Yeah, actually, ain't talking about love. There's one song that I would love to play. I do that with another band. I don't do that with my gigging band. Oh, is Jason leaving? See you, Jason Wade. Okay, let me answer some of these other questions. Jimmy T, that cover was horrible. I'm just catching up here on the chat, folks. Oh man, you love to do, but it's not suited for the vocalist. Um, I'd love to do some Journey, and I'd love to do some Foreigner. Um, you know, Double Vision, something like that. Journey song, Stone in Love. Uh, I do Separate Ways in another band that my wife sings. My wife can sing anything. Um, you know, but yeah, there's a lot of songs. Gilbert's version, Go Down. Yeah, Paul Gilbert he's a beast. Yeah. Long wedding. If we end up running long at a wedding, I don't like. We just start playing a lot of fast dance in a row and wear everybody out. Yeah, that'll work. Sorry I missed that. I know you were trying to go live. Yeah, Dave R. I was. Just the technology was not cooperating. Yeah, I apologize for that. I saw that video, bro. A similar thing happened to me with my house key. The first half hour that went through was all my music. Yeah, it's frustrating, And I mean, I was getting comments. It's that Canadian internet. Yeah. Yeah, well, partially yes, but I mean, you're in a bar, everybody's on their phone, and and you're sharing it, so it wasn't working. YouTube is a jank and broken. Yeah, yeah. Okay, folks. I'm gonna end this right here because Ben has invited me to be on his live stream, which is gonna start in less than an hour. So if you want to keep chatting, check out Ben's channel and 3 o'clock. I believe Simon Williams is going to be on as well. And if you don't know who Simon Williams is, he's in the UK, and he's on Fender Guru's channel quite a lot. And he's a real cool dude, a real interesting man. So Be nice to check him out if you haven't already. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming in. This was a lot of fun. I love doing these things. I love having all you people here. You guys are fantastic. Love this community. Um, Thank you all for subbing. If you haven't subbed and you like what you see, this is what I do. I just talk gear, just hang out, you know. Check out my channel, sub to my channel if you like what you see. And I'm gonna try to do these on Thursdays again. I'm doing this today because my Thursday was totally crap. Yeah, troll free even, eh, Jimmy? I mean, that's the thing, man. Everybody is so cool. I mean, I've got a couple of wrenches, but they haven't had to. No one's had to use a wrench yet. Great show to the guitar. Nice to see you clearly. Yeah, Dave R. All thumbs up, bro. Okay, you guys are awesome. Cheers, everybody. You have a fantastic week. Hope everybody stays safe. And we'll see you all on Thursday at 6 is when I'll be doing this from now on. Bobby Clipper. Hey, buddy. Thanks for checking in, man. But I'm just wrapping it up, dude. All right. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you on Thursday, 6 o'clock. Be my next live stream. I'm going to stick with the Thursdays. All right? Cheers. Have a great week, all. Take care.